Josh Duggar admits mom, privately, supported him, but lamented life went on. Josh Duggar is once again at the center of a growing controversy after shocking claims surfaced about his relationship with his mother during one of the darkest periods of his life. According to recent reports and insider discussions, Josh allegedly admitted that his mother privately stood by him behind closed doors, even while the family faced enormous public backlash. But what truly caught attention was his emotional statement that despite everything happening around him, it felt like life went on for everyone else. The statement immediately sparked debate among followers of the Duggar family. For years, the family carefully built an image around faith, unity, and strict family values. Viewers watched them grow into reality television fame while presenting themselves as a close-knit household that always supported one another. But as scandals exploded and legal troubles unfolded, many fans began questioning what really happened inside the family behind the cameras. Now, Josh's reported comments are reopening old wounds and forcing people to revisit painful chapters that many thought had already faded from public discussion. Sources close to the situation claim Josh reflected on how isolated he felt during the aftermath of his legal battles and public disgrace. While he allegedly acknowledged that some family members kept their distance publicly, he suggested that his mother continued supporting him privately, offering emotional encouragement during difficult moments. The revelation created immediate backlash online. Critics argued that private support from family members could be interpreted in many different ways. Some people felt a mother naturally standing by her child during hard times is understandable, regardless of the circumstances. Others argued that continued support sends the wrong message, especially considering the seriousness of the scandals surrounding Josh. Social media quickly exploded with divided reactions. Some commenters accused the Duggar family of always protecting Josh no matter what happened. Others defended Michelle Duggar, saying a mother's love does not disappear simply because the world turns against her son. Meanwhile, longtime viewers of the family's television journey began revisiting old episodes and interviews, trying to analyze moments that now seem very different in hindsight. Several fans pointed out that Michelle often appeared especially emotional whenever Josh's name came up publicly. In older interviews, she frequently spoke about forgiveness, redemption, and faith during times of crisis. At the time, many viewers interpreted those comments as spiritual guidance. But now, critics believe those moments may have hinted at deeper private loyalty behind the scenes. The Duggar family's public image changed forever after multiple scandals brought intense media attention. Once known primarily for their massive household and conservative lifestyle, the family became associated with controversy, division, and secrecy. As legal investigations unfolded over the years, public support for the family sharply declined. Television projects disappeared, sponsorships faded, and former fans distanced themselves from the once popular reality TV dynasty. But inside the family itself, relationships reportedly became far more complicated. According to people familiar with the family dynamics, some siblings struggled deeply with how to handle the situation involving Josh. Certain family members allegedly wanted stronger public accountability, while others prioritized privacy and healing away from cameras. This created emotional tension that reportedly lasted for years. Josh's recent alleged comments about feeling forgotten while life went on have also triggered emotional reactions among viewers who followed the family from the beginning. Some interpreted the statement as self-pity. Others believed it revealed how disconnected he became from the family structure after the scandals erupted. One major point of discussion online involves whether Josh expected the entire family to pause their lives permanently because of his legal and personal troubles. Critics argue that his statement ignores how deeply the scandals affected everyone around him, including siblings, spouses, and even younger family members who were forced to deal with public judgment. At the same time, some observers believe the comment may reflect genuine emotional isolation rather than entitlement. Family scandals often leave lasting psychological damage, not only on victims and relatives, but also on the people at the center of public disgrace. Experts frequently note that individuals facing major public humiliation can experience overwhelming feelings of abandonment once media attention intensifies. Still, many viewers say sympathy becomes difficult because of the serious nature of the accusations and controversies attached to Josh's name over the years. The Duggar family has remained relatively quiet publicly in recent months, which only fuels more speculation whenever new reports emerge. Every new headline instantly reignites debates about accountability, family loyalty, forgiveness, and denial. And this latest revelation is no exception. Some online users even began comparing Michelle Duggar's alleged private support with how other family members behaved publicly. A few fans claimed certain siblings appeared noticeably distant over time, while others maintained limited communication to avoid further controversy. The family's silence has left enormous gaps for speculation to grow. Former viewers of the family's reality shows are now questioning how much producers, networks, and audiences truly understood about the Duggar household during the height of their fame. For years, millions watched carefully edited episodes showing smiling family gatherings, faith-based parenting, and wholesome routines. But critics now argue that the reality behind the scenes may have been far more complicated than audiences realized. Josh's reported statement about life continuing around him especially struck many former fans because it paints a picture of emotional separation inside a family once famous for presenting complete unity. And as discussions continue spreading online, one major question keeps resurfacing. How divided is the Duggar family today? Because despite public silence, insiders continue hinting that relationships inside the family remain strained, emotional, and deeply fractured after years of scandals and media pressure. And according to some reports, there may be even more private disagreements happening behind closed doors than fans ever imagined. As conversations surrounding Josh Duggar's alleged comments continued gaining momentum online, attention quickly shifted toward the emotional state of the Duggar family itself. Many longtime followers began wondering how years of public scandal may have permanently changed the relationships between parents, siblings, and extended relatives behind closed doors. What once appeared to be one of reality television's closest families now seems increasingly fractured. Insiders claim that after the scandals exploded publicly, everyday life inside the Duggar family changed dramatically. Family gatherings reportedly became more tense, certain relationships cooled off, and communication patterns shifted in ways that outsiders never fully saw. According to reports, some family members struggled with the pressure of constantly defending the family name, while also dealing with their own personal emotions about everything that happened. That pressure only intensified as media attention grew larger year after year. Josh's alleged statement that his mother privately supported him while life went on around him has now become one of the most debated aspects of the controversy. Many people online believe the phrase reveals resentment beneath the surface, almost as if he expected more visible support from the people closest to him. Others think the statement may reveal something entirely different. Some viewers believe Josh may have been expressing shock at how quickly the world moved forward while he remained trapped in legal problems, public shame, and personal isolation. Public scandals often create a strange reality where the person at the center feels frozen in time, while everyone else continues building careers, relationships, and normal routines. But critics argue that perspective ignores the damage caused to others. Several online discussions focused heavily on the emotional impact the scandals likely had on Josh's siblings. For years, many of them grew up under intense public scrutiny because of the family's reality television fame. Then, suddenly, they found themselves forced into headlines connected to legal investigations and national controversy. Some siblings reportedly struggled to escape public association with the Duggar name. Fans noticed that over time, multiple family members slowly began creating more independent lives away from the larger Duggar spotlight. Some reduced public appearances. Others focused more on private family life, business ventures, or social media projects separate from the original family brand. Observers believe those decisions may not have been accidental. According to longtime viewers, the Duggar family dynamic appeared noticeably different after the scandals became impossible to avoid publicly. The carefully controlled image of constant togetherness seemed to fade little by little. Even simple family interactions became heavily analyzed online. Whenever photos surfaced from birthdays, holidays, or special events, fans immediately searched for clues about who attended, who stayed away, and which family members appeared distant from one another. This level of public scrutiny reportedly created enormous emotional exhaustion for the family. Some insiders claim certain relatives wanted complete privacy, while others felt pressured to maintain appearances for supporters still loyal to the family. That internal conflict allegedly caused disagreements about how to handle public statements, interviews, and media attention. Meanwhile, Michelle Duggar's role with the family continues generating major debate. Supporters describe her as a mother desperately trying to hold her family together during unimaginable public humiliation. Critics, however, accuse her of enabling unhealthy patterns by continuing emotional support behind the scenes. Those opposing viewpoints have fueled endless arguments online. Some commenters insist parents should never abandon their children, regardless of circumstances. Others argue unconditional support becomes dangerous if it prevents accountability or minimizes harm done to others. The debate has become deeply emotional because it touches on larger issues far beyond reality television. Questions about forgiveness, family loyalty, faith, and responsibility are now all tied into the Duggar conversation, and every new report seems to reopen those arguments once again. Josh's alleged frustration that life went on has also sparked discussion about how fame changes family crises. Ordinary families dealing with scandal usually face problems privately, but for the Duggars, nearly every development became national news. Millions of people watched the family's rise on television, meaning millions also watched their downfall unfold publicly. That level of exposure created enormous pressure, unlike what most families experience. Some former fans believe the family never fully recovered emotionally from losing their television empire and public reputation. The Duggar brand was once associated with success, faith, and traditional family values. But after years of controversy, the public image shifted completely. And according to observers, that transformation affected everyone connected to the family name. Several viewers pointed out that some Duggar siblings appear far more cautious publicly today compared to earlier years. Interviews became less frequent. Social media posts became more controlled. Family members who once seemed comfortable sharing every aspect of life suddenly became much more private. Many believe that change reflects lasting trauma from years of media pressure. At the same time, interest in the Duggar family never fully disappeared. Every new headline instantly draws attention because audiences remain fascinated by how such a famous family could experience such a dramatic collapse. Even years later, people continue searching for answers about what really happened behind the scenes during the height of the family's television success. And Josh's recent alleged remarks have reopened another painful chapter. Because now, many are questioning not only what happened publicly, but also what private conversations were taking place inside the Duggar home during the family's most difficult moments. Some insiders claim emotional divisions still exist today between relatives who handled the scandals differently. Certain family members reportedly wanted stronger accountability, while others focused more heavily on forgiveness and protecting family unity. If those reports are true, it would explain why the family sometimes appears emotionally divided, despite efforts to maintain a united front publicly. And according to growing speculation online, there may be one family relationship in particular that suffered more damage than fans originally realized.